Coming up on Mountain News this morning, as the Laurel County manhunt enters its 5th day, community members are ready for the shooter to be caught.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. We're coming up on 5 o'clock this Wednesday morning, and I don't know if I'm a little crazy or I'm getting used to it, but my teeth didn't chatter when I walked outside this morning. How about that? Let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Jawbridge for a look at your forecast.
Teeth not chattering, don't worry, you're not crazy, Madison. It's us in the weather department that are crazy, trying to sit back and get everything adjusted so everybody can be happy with weather. You've had pretty much a little bit of everything this week. The cool, crisp mornings and now a better feel to the air in some locations. We're 40 feet outside our door here in Hazard. Visibility's only a problem in spots, similar theme to what we had yesterday morning. But again, remember, the low clouds and fog started to really develop during the 6 o'clock hour, so we'll continue to keep an eye on that. 48 here in Hazard, but up the road in Breathitt County, it is 59 in Jackson. And yes, things are not a figment of your imagination. A better feel for many of us this morning, and temps are running a little bit better than this time exactly yesterday morning. As promised, some high clouds streamed across our southern counties in the last few hours. Don't worry, they're kicking on out of here. We're going to be back to a lot of sunshine this afternoon, the high near 85. More about the ARH First Alert 7-day forecast in moments. Madison.
All right, Tim, thank you. Governor Andy Beshear has ordered all flags at half-staff today. The governor will join the Louisville mayor and the Louisville Fire Department for a memorial ceremony. It is to commemorate 9/11, which of course is to remember those who lost their lives in the attacks that happened 23 years ago today on September 11th, 2001. The occasion is to recognize the sacrifices of first responders that day and to express thanks to those serving today. Today will mark day 5 of the manhunt for the man police believe shot 5 people and several cars on Interstate 75 Saturday. Joseph Couch is the suspected shooter, and several law enforcement agencies have been working together to find him. Schools throughout the mountains have closed, while some businesses will not open their doors to the public. Folks in Laurel County say they are ready for this to all be over. Mark Sinaguglia lives in Corbin. He says it is not fair that multiple communities are going through this as they wait for Couch to be found.
There's one individual out there that is controlling so many people right now. That's diabolic. I mean, it's terrible.
The reward has increased to $35,000 for information leading to Couch's arrest. Scotty Pennington with the Kentucky State Police said officials are continuing to do what they can to find Couch, but again, the search has been difficult. He says they still have a big portion of the Daniel Boone Forest they need to search. You are encouraged by police to let them know if you see any signs of Couch. We have learned one of the I-75 shooting victims is from Harlan County. The Lexington Herald reports Rebecca Pouillier was seriously injured after a shot came through a passenger side window, hitting her in the right arm. She's expected to have surgery later. Rebecca believes a strap across her chest with a metal piece deflected the bullet and prevented her from being more badly injured. Rebecca, her husband, and 4-year-old son were on the way home from Lexington when the shooting happened. She says police impounded her car as evidence. Yesterday, the USDA announced that certain parts of the Sheltowee Trace Trail will be closed to the public as law enforcement continues their investigation. As of right now, we have been given a list of the different parts that are now closed. We have each of the trails listed, section 20 and 26 and portions of 21 to 25. That includes the McKee Trail, Horse Lick, Rockcastle, Wildcat Hawk Creek, Big Dog, and Laurel Lake. These are all located between US 421 and Kentucky 192. Governor Andy Beshear released a new statement about the ongoing search for Joseph Couch. It says, quote, "I am in touch with local leaders and receiving regular reports on the manhunt in Laurel County. Multiple state agencies, including Kentucky State Police, Kentucky Emergency Management, and Kentucky National Guard, are assisting. This is scary. This is a scary time for many in the community, and law enforcement are working quickly while prioritizing safety." Senator Brandon Storm also provided a statement about the ongoing situation, saying, quote, "This is a resilient and united community, and we are in pain after this senseless tragedy. Right now, I, along with other community leaders, remain focused on caring for my community members impacted while our very capable law enforcement professionals search for the suspect. We will come together, stand strong, and extend our love and support to all those who need it. Let us all lift every person affected up in prayer." With the search now entering its 5th day, people say they are fatigued and afraid. The fatigue is causing officials in Laurel County to take extra measures to find Joseph Couch. Our sister station WKYT spoke to Judge Executive David Westerfield yesterday morning. He declared a state of emergency for Laurel County on Monday. While declaring a state of emergency may cause panic for the public, Westerfield says it is the right response to a situation such as this, and that Laurel County is prepared to use their resources to aid the search.
Anything that they needed, such as message boards, light plants, all the food that was donated was delivered to our EOC, that's the Emergency Operations Center, and at that time I had people on standby to deliver the food to the people as needed because we had the resources to keep it hot and cold.
Westerfield says the county is standing behind the search until the end. As we've mentioned throughout our coverage of the manhunt for Couch, he does have a criminal history. Authorities arrested him in Knox County in February and charged him with terroristic threatening. It came after his neighbor swore out a warrant against him. That neighbor, who wanted his identity to be concealed, says Couch threw a rock at his dog and got upset when confronted about it.
Next thing I know, the man goes in his house, comes back out, and me and my 9-year-old are staring at a man with an AR pointed at us and said the next time that he would shoot us and the dog.
The warrant does not state the weapon was pointed at them. A Knox County deputy says the charges would have been different if it had stated that. Regardless, Couch was arrested and did serve some time in jail. Officials say the terroristic threatening charges were later dropped because the victim did not appear in court. The neighbor tells us he was never made aware of a court date to come to. You can follow updates on the manhunt on the WYMT News app. Just scan the QR code on your screen. It will send push alerts to your phone notifying you of breaking news. You can also see all of our previous coverage and the latest school closings. You can also track the latest on WYMT.com.